This morning, Shams Charania reported that the Boston Celtics have included Jaylen Brown in their trade package for Kevin Durant, and Jaylen Brown went to Twitter and was not very happy about that, and the trade rumors are heating up. But I want to ask you this question. If you could only pick one of these guys to trade for, who would it be? Type 7 for Jaylen Brown or type 45 for Donovan Mitchell? Jaylen Brown is not happy that he is being mentioned in Kevin Durant trade rumors, and we're going to break down how that applies to the New York Knicks and everything they have going on. But first, I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Mint Mobile, a wireless cell phone company that's helping you save money during a terrible time of inflation. You can get started today by going to mintmobile.com/chatsports. They have plans starting as low as $15 per month, unlimited talk, unlimited text. I'll put the link to that in the comments and description of today's video, and I'll tell you about them later on in today's show. But Jaylen Brown trade rumors are heating up because Shams Charania is reporting the Boston Celtics have offered Jaylen Brown in a trade package for Kevin Durant, and Jaylen Brown is not happy about that. We'll show you his tweet. But first, let's check out what Shams Charania had to say in the full write-up this morning. He said, the Boston Celtics recently offered a package around one-time All-Star Jaylen Brown for Kevin Durant and have emerged as a real threat to acquire KD. The Celtics offered Brown, guard Derek White, and a draft pick to the Nets for Durant. The proposal was rejected, and Brooklyn has asked Boston in any proposal to include Brown, Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart, draft picks, and who really gives a crap. Because this is about Jaylen Brown being upset. And does he want out of Boston? He put this out on Twitter minutes after the report from Shams Charania. He just tweeted SMH. He's clearly upset. Was just the second best player on a team that led the Boston Celtics to the NBA Finals. The series went to the wire against the Golden State Warriors. He's feeling disrespected. He's feeling as if he's not getting enough credit and enough love from this organization. If I was Jaylen Brown, I'd be pissed off. I'd say, why would you need Kevin Durant? I was just the second, arguably the first best player on a team that led you to the NBA Finals. Look, if a Donovan Mitchell trade falls through, I truly believe the Knicks should go all in on Jaylen Brown. I have 5 reasons that I'm going to show you guys later in the show why I think the Jaylen Brown rumors not just are a good thing for the Knicks, but kind of tell a story and will remain an impact throughout the Donovan Mitchell trade rumor sweepstakes. We'll also break down if the Knicks should do a trade for Jalen Brunson if a Donovan Mitchell trade falls through. But I want to get your guys' opinion on early on in the show. Should the Knicks trade for Jaylen Brown? I don't want you guys to think that the trade talks are happening, that there's rumors out there, but he's a star. And what do the Knicks want? They want a star. They're going after Donovan Mitchell. If those trade talks are dead, I could easily see them pivoting to Jaylen Brown, but take the seat of Leon Rose. Should the Knicks trade for JB, type T for trade, or type P for pass? Here on New York Knicks Now, you guys know when news breaks or rumors breaks, we're going to get a video, guys, out to you guys as soon as possible, because that's what we do. We're the fastest growing Knicks channel on YouTube, and that's a credit to all of you that have hit that big red button. We're on the doorstep of 11,000 subscribers, so if you love the Knicks and you're looking for a one-stop shop on YouTube for Knicks news and rumors every single day, go down right now and hit that big red button. This isn't the first time that Jaylen Brown rumors have started to heat up. There's kind of a consensus among Celtics Twitter, as we like to call Knicks Twitter, Celtics Twitter, and the rumors out there that Jaylen Brown is not happy in Boston and that he may want his way out. This comes from Hardwood Houdini, the fan-sided site for the Boston Celtics. They put this out at the beginning of July. They said former Super Bowl champion with the New England Patriots, Jermaine Wiggins, a regular on the Greg Hill Morning Show and the Gresham Keefe Midday Show on sports radio in Boston, recently claimed that Jaylen Brown told him that he wants out of Beantown and being Jason Tatum's sidekick with the Boston Celtics. He went on to say, Wiggins claimed that he saw Brown while in the Hamptons on Long Island and was personally given the idea from the player himself that number 7 won't re-sign with the franchise in the summer of 2024 when he is eligible to be an unrestricted free agent. And that makes sense. Look, if I was the Robin to someone's Batman, and I didn't really get a lot of credit, and now you're willing to trade me for Kevin Durant? I'd be pissed off just like Jaylen Brown, and I would not be surprised if in the coming days we see that Jaylen Brown has requested a trade from the Boston Celtics. Because when you give your all, you put your heart on the line, you put blood, sweat, and tears into something like the Boston Celtics, and you were just a couple plays away from hoisting a Larry O.B., and now you're willing to trade me for 34, 35-year-old Kevin Durant when I still haven't touched my prime in being Jaylen Brown? That would piss me off, and I would not be surprised if these rumors start to heat up really quickly. You may be wondering, how does this apply to the New York Knicks? Why does this matter to the New York Knicks? I'll show you 5 reasons in just a second why I think the Knicks are paying attention and why Jaylen Brown being upset and possibly forcing a trade from the Boston Celtics could help the Knicks in a Donovan Mitchell trade, and why they should keep their eyes very, very closely on this situation. But first, I want to tell you guys more about Mint Mobile, today's sponsor. Shout out to them. They're getting you guys hooked up with cell phone plans. They're as low as $15 per month, unlimited talk, unlimited text. You can get started today. And my favorite thing about Mint Mobile is that you get to keep your same phone. You get to keep your same phone number. It's hassle-free to switch over. You don't got to go to the store. You can do it from the comfort of your own house with their awesome eSIM card technology. Get started today. Unlimited talk and text, the largest 5G network out there. Don't waste any more time. We're already wasting a whole bunch of money because inflation. Go to mintmobile.com/chatsports. I'll put the link to that in the comments and description of today's show. The reason all these Jaylen Brown rumors matter to the New York Knicks is because this. We'll show you 5 reasons. Stars, all-stars, superstars, and primetime players in the NBA become available all the time. And kind of reason number 1 and reason number 2 go right together. This is why the New York Knicks cannot overpay for Donovan Mitchell. Because if you do so, you're going to look stupid when a player like Jaylen Brown or Anthony Davis or another player that might be better than Donovan Mitchell becomes available in 6 months. The Knicks, they need to set their price for Donovan Mitchell, which I believe they have. And they should agree to not go over that, because another star will become available in the coming weeks and months. That's what happens in the NBA. It's an era of player movement, and all we know is that another player will become available. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. Also, Jaylen Brown is arguably a better fit for the New York Knicks than Donovan Mitchell. Jaylen Brown is a baller. We know it as many times as the Celtics and the Knicks play against each other. And I just wanted to kind of take a look at the 2 players of Jaylen Brown and Donovan Mitchell. If you look at what they did in this past season, their stats are pretty similar. Jaylen Brown, 23.5 points per night. Donovan Mitchell, 26 points per night. 6 rebounds for Brown, 4 rebounds for the Spider. An area that we continue to see Jaylen Brown improve in is his playmaking, up to 3.5 assists per game this past year, 5 assists for Donovan Mitchell. Brown's a little bit more efficient, 47% from the field and almost 36% from deep, whereas Donovan Mitchell is a 45 and 35% guy. Both of these guys are stars. They'd both be great for the New York Knicks. And we do know this, the Knicks, they want a star. We know their sights are set on Donovan Mitchell, but that could quickly change, and it could pivot to Jaylen Brown if he starts to, voice how upset he is and that he really wants to get out of the Boston Celtics franchise. When you're a number 1 player, or you think you're a number 1 player like Jaylen Brown, you want to be treated as such. And for you to be mentioned in trade rumors with Kevin Durant, a player you're younger than, cheaper than, and in your opinion, better than, that's going to piss you off. And the reason I love Jaylen Brown is because he continues to get better every single season. If you look at what he did back in 2018 and 2019, didn't really play that many minutes, but was still effective. 13 points per game, 4 rebounds, 46.5% from the field, and 34% from 3. But he got better every single season. Went from 13 points per game to 20 to 25 and back down to 24. And the thing I love the most, the assists per game continues to climb from 1.5 to 2.1 to 3 to 3.5. He's efficient. He's a baller. He's a two-way player. Him next to R.J. Barrett would be something that New York Knicks fans would love. I know I'd love it. I know you would love it. One thing you're also going to love is following me over on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. I'm trying to get to 2,000 followers over there. And I'll do this for everybody that's watching today's video, because this is video number 2 of the day on Knicks Now. And I want all the real ones to follow me, and I'll follow you back. Follow me on Twitter. Send me a DM. Let me know you came from this video, and I'll make sure to follow you back. I'll put the link to that in the comments and description of today's show. The reason number 5, and I think the biggest reason why this matters, the Knicks, whether they trade, if they do not trade for Donovan Mitchell, I want to set that straight. If they do not trade for Donovan Mitchell, the Knicks are still the most equipped team to make a move for a blockbuster trade. Nobody has more tradable first-round picks. Nobody has cheap young assets like the New York Knicks, and no other team really has $19 million in expiring deals. If you look at the draft capital the New York Knicks have over the next 7 years, it's really just stupid. Right now they have 22 picks in their back pocket over the next 7 years, 11 of them being first-round picks, 11 of them being second-round picks. You have 4 firsts in 2023, a first in 2024, and 2 firsts in 2025. So you have 7 first-round picks over the next 3 years, and then 11 first-round picks in the next 7 years. If the Knicks want to go out and say get Donovan Mitchell, or go out and get Jaylen Brown, they have the power to do so. They have the ammunition to do so. It really just comes down to this. Does Leon Rose value those guys enough to push all of his chips into the table? That's an answer that I don't have, and one that we will find out in the next coming weeks and days. Look, if you made it this far in the video, I want you to type real one in the comment section right now. Video number 2 of the day. Not everyone watches the first one. Not everyone watches the second one. But the real ones watch every single one and finish the vid. So if you made it this far in the video, type real one in the comments so I can separate the phonies from the real ones. And we'll see you later on the next New York Knicks Now.